Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Hope you all are doing good. Now we are going to learn about how to create different kind of visualization tech like graphs and charts by using Pandas library. We have something inbuilt in that. We will understand that. So let us start without delay. So guys, let us understand about like our Pandas data visualization, how we can perform over a data set, right? So here I have taken a insurance.csv. This is a data set again. Again, it's a free data set. I have taken it from Kaggle. Let me run it. So this is our basic fundamentals, guys. We have to load our libraries. So we did it. Import pandas as PD, import numpy as np. Before that, del. One more thing you can do it. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Why it is because sometimes your data sets are not running because you have to use plt.show. So for that reason I have taken it, but let us understand our further topics. So what my insurance.csv is containing, it has age, like age of the person, sex, what is the sex of that person, it's a male or female, then BMI, okay, what is the body mass index of those people, how many children those people have, then whether smoker or not, region, like they belong to which area, and charges, what is the insurance charges they have. So this is what it contains. Now what our pandas built-in plotting functionality gives us, it has this facilities to, at least if you want, like if you want a general comparison, right, you don't have to write axes and all, you don't have to plot different axes, you just need a comparison. So you can just take one column from the dataset and you can plot it. With that plotting, you should be able to know, okay, whether my data is in a uniform manner or not, like whether it's like a scattered manner or not. Those kind of things you can be able to understand. And what are the valid plot kinds here we have in our case of pandas? We have line plot, bar h, KD, density, area, hist means histogram, and box plot, pie plot, scatter plot, X means. These are like, by using a simple dot operator, you can utilize these, all these plots, guys. That's what I have written it. The meaning of this is you can just write dot line, dot bar, dot KD, and it will draw you the plot for. Okay. Now let us understand. Here, what I want to plot, see by default again, guys. Here, in case of plotting, right, just keep in your mind that if you not give anything, sometimes you are just plotting, right? If you're just giving axes and y axis, at that time it is just going to plot the line plot, because by default plot here is a line plot in case of plotting. In case of pandas, default plot is line plot, and here we are here what we are trying to plot this, we are plotting age and BMI. And I have just taken 20 data sets because it has almost, let me just get data.info. You will be able to know how many rows are present. So here I think we have almost 1338 rows are present. However, if I'll plot that much big, it is going to be very confusing, right? I cannot know the pattern. To know the pattern, I just took 20 rows, initial 20 rows, and I am plotting it. So you can see, like, you don't have to do anything. This is a default plot, and it is taking a blue line, one blue lines, and it is given the annotation. This is your annotation, guys, where it is written age and BMI. This is your annotation, like it is saying, okay, this blue line which was drawn is your age. The orange line which was drawn is your BMI, right? And these are your data points, right? This is your data points, all data points. This is your axis. x-axis and x-axis and y-axis, where 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 are present. That is your y-axis. This below 1.0, then 2.5, then 5.0, all these things are x-axis. Right? Now, if I want to draw the complete thing, means I can just do like this, data dot plot dot line. See, it's not understandable, right? And when we are doing line, means it is always going to take numerical values, because line always we can draw with numeric only, right? It cannot take the categorical value, because we have categorical row columns here as well, right? Where we have this like female, gender, then we have smoker, region. All these are categorical, like nominal or ordinal things are there. Here it is only considering all sort of numerical value, and by default it is giving you that time plot. Now let us understand how to draw bar plot. Bar plot is, again, here I have written one line just for your understanding. It is suitable for comparing categorical data or showing the distribution of a categorical variable. For example, here categorical data means any category, guys. Like you can just take, if I want to do like this, see, it is giving me, right, for each. Let me just do it here like this. Okay. Again, here I have taken only 20 data points, guys, because if I'll remove this, it is very difficult to understand. You have to use figure size to draw it, right? I will show you that how to draw figure size and all in our Matplotlib, but this is just one example. If you want the immediate, like if you want to draw something immediately, you want to see, this is how, it's an easy step, one line step. You can draw it, right? You can draw it. Right. So here I am saying that, okay, I want age and BMI and till 20 data points it is taken. I want a bar chart. So we'll see. Let us see the example. Okay. What is my BMI? So you can see my age, first age is 19 and the BMI related to that is 27.9. So everything will come side by side, guys. You can see here. Just take this example. See this image, right? You can see, let me maximize it a bit. Guys, if you see this particular one, this is a first data set. Like how we are reading it, I am just showing it to you. This is your Y, this is your x-axis, right? X-axis, Y-axis, right? So here I have, like, the blue line is your age, the orange line or orange bin is your BMI, right? If you consider the first one, here first data point is 19, right? So here my 19 is coming, correct? This is my 19. And what is my BMI? It is telling the first one, it is telling me 27.9. Let us see. Here it is coming 27, right? So see, this is how my data points are coming, correct? Right? And this is how all your data points are distributed in case of plotter, right? If you will compare the next one again, the same thing will be there. Then like that, overall it is like that manner only, guys, right? Now let us see the next one. So this is how your bar plot came up. Now we will understand histograms. So histograms, again, continuous variable. If you want to divide it with bins, so this particular whole, like this continuation is called a bin only, guys. Okay, bin means like you want bin of 10. Bin of 10 means this is, let me again take this image, copy image, paste it here. So when I'm talking about bin, guys, this is one bin, this is second bin, third bin, fourth bin, sixth, seventh, eighth, and I think one more bin is here. I think This one is actually 5. This is 6. Because you can see it is completely divided, right? These two things are divided. Then this is 7, 8, 9, and 8. So you can see bin means basically you can just consider that this whole thing is one bin. This whole thing is again one bin. Right? Like that, guys. So here when I'm saying bin of 10 means it is dividing that whole area or the whole data into 10 bins and it is giving us the output. So here in the first one, what it is saying that I have age and BMI, right? So age and BMI, when it is taking again, it is coming here. Let us come here and see. Okay, my age is 19 and BMI is 27.9. So here, right, the bin in this particular bin, it is considering till 90. Then after that, my BMI is coming till 27, right? Yeah, I mean, this is how you can read it, guys. Like this is how you can understand the histogram, right? And we have something called scatter plot, guys. Scatter plot again, guys. Here we have taken what is the basic fundamental of taking scatter plot? You have to define x and y axis. And x and y axis are nothing but the data columns here, right? So here my age is a column and BMI is a column. Title, I want to keep age versus BMI. Title, you can keep them grid. You can keep grid if you are keeping grid. This line which you are seeing, that the gray line where it is dividing the whole figure or the whole area into different lines, that is nothing but a grid, right? And if I want to plot age versus BMI, this is how it is coming, guys. Like it is telling, okay, till 60 years we have age and these are the scattered manner, all the values are present. So let us take one value here. Okay, what is this? 20, we have 19, we have so many data sets. It is like it has taken all 1800 1338 data points. So again, it is very difficult to read. So for that reason, it is always better to take, let me just take some 20. Now it is easy for us to understand, right? Now let us understand. X is age, Y is BMI. So my first data point is coming somewhere around 90 and is that 19 and 27? Let us say that. Where is it? So here this is my 90, right? This is your 90 and this is your 27.7, right? This is your first point, guys. Like the one which I'm showing, this is your first point. Like that, it is drawing all the dependencies between age and BMI and it is scattering like that. Like it is giving you the point. If you draw it, it is going to be something like this, right? This, like this, draw. Like if you draw, the data point will come like this, correct? This is a point and this is data point, right? That is how your scatter plot is, right? Now let us understand box plot. This is again, I said, a very important plot to understand. So again, box plot is going to give you the summary of all numerical variable and including the median, quartiles and outliers. Like it is going to detect the outliers again, right? So here I have taken age and BMI, okay? And I am plotting it. Okay, it's a kind of like, what is the meaning of this? Whole data is getting plotted between this. That means if you'll see this one, right? Let me just copy this. Let me just copy this and maximize. So when I'm saying age, guys, okay? When I'm saying age, it is considering the whole. See, have I given any particular rows? I have not given any particular rows, right? It is taking the whole data, whole age data, 1338 rows. Okay. And what it is happening, this side and this side both are called whiskers. Okay. These two are called whiskers, like we already understood, right, in our like plotting session. This is whisker and this is your mean line, guys. Okay. This one is your mean line, right? This is your mean. That means the meaning of this is my age is almost like the maximum age which is coming, like who are taking insurances are almost between 38 to 40 ages. 38 to 40 years, right? Now, this is your quartile 1. This is your quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, right? And this area is called your IQR, interquartile range. And I already told you, right, we have some formula where Q1, Q3, minus 1.5 Q1. So all those things are there, right? So this is actually Q2. My bad, guys. This is Q1. Basically, if you'll draw here separately, this is your Q2, which is your mean, Q1, Q3, like that, right? And the region which is covering, that is nothing but an interquartile. Okay. Now we will see. That means what I am understanding from this graph is, I am understanding, okay, this is my mean line, right? This is where my maximum age, like maximum people are there who are taking insurances, right? Do I have any outliers? Guys, I don't have any outliers, right? I have only, like it is saying, okay, above this area till this, it is fine to be here. Below this area, right, it is fine for me. How to detect outliers? So if you see this side, these are kind of outliers. Why? Because my mean line for BMI is coming somewhere around, like mostly it will be somewhere around 27 to 30. However, I have BMI which are present till 55. So when there is a calculation again, right? When we are talking about interquartile range, that calculation, if it won't come into that range, it is going to tell you, okay, these are my outliers and we need to handle it. In real case, we need to handle it on our data set, right? Because it is far away from mean line, right? It is far away from mean line. Till this, it is fine. It is saying, okay, till 10 to 20 points, it is fine. If it is far to that, then it is considering that as an outlier. And there is again calculation, interquartile range, which we are saying, correct? So this is how I have drawn my age and BMI. And this is how I can draw my box plot, right? Then we have something called area plot. Area plot is again, guys, where you are like you should be able to know how my cumulative distribution of variable is present, either a continuous or categorical variable, right? Filling the space between the lines. And here what I am again doing, I have taken age and BMI, because age and BMI are the important factor for any insurance policy, correct? So that's what I am trying to get the trigger points. What are those? So here my age and BMI here, I have taken again 20 data points just for safer understanding. Plot kind equal to area. Kind, if you use kind, that would be okay. And you can, let me show you another way again, just like the way I have showed you here. Okay. Yeah, this is the way, guys. Okay. Here, right, plot, either you can do like this, kind equal to line. This is one way. Okay. This is another way, dot line. Right. These are the two ways how we can get it. Similarly, the area plot also you can get it like this, kind equal to area or dot area. You can get it. However, here we have one property called stacked. So guys, whenever you are drawing these plots, right, you should be able to know, okay, what what should be the property which we can consider when we are considering for that particular plotting, right? Whenever we are drawing, just for example, when we are drawing scatter plot, we need to have x and y axis, right? So if we'll just practice now, it should be very easier for you to understand. So here when they're talking about stacked equal to true or stacked equal to false, means it is telling the cumulative area aligned together to like towards each other. For example, here I had shown stacked equal to false. That means you can see my the distribution is completely not aligned, right? If I keep stacked equal to false, true, you can see all my data points are aligned, and it is very easier for me to visualize. Okay, my age maximum is almost 60. My BMI maximum is coming around almost there till 90, right? So this is how we can understand. Then we have something called pie chart. Pie chart again, guys, see, like when we have so many categories and related to that some value, right? We can plot it by pie chart, correct? So here I have taken BMI. I have taken just 10 data sets because pie chart will always work if you have very limited amount of data set. It is not good. Draw a larger data set. For larger data set, always it is a better practice. Either you can go with line, either you can go with bar or barrage or box plot, or you can go with the area plot. So these are the plots for, good for larger data set. Pie chart is just for very limited data set, very limited columns. They want to know the immediate output, what we can do. We consider that you have 4 categories, and all those 4 categories you have some percentage you want to show. You can do it like this. Here, as I don't have that small data set, I have taken the just 10 data set, or let me better to take 5 data set, it will be easier, right? So here I'm saying, okay, I want the BMI data for ages, like whatever the age we have, it will take just top 5 ages from that age list which we have, right? We have, let me just see how many ages are here, how many BMIs are, unique BMIs are here. Data dot age dot unique. So I have you can see I have 19, 18, 28, 33, 13, 32, right? Well, just go ahead and get data dot BMI dot unique. So here so many BMIs are there. So again, it is very difficult for us to plot, right? But however, I have just taken 5. Oh my god, it has so many, right? So what I did, I have just taken 5 here, right? 5, and from here 5, and I'm drawing it. So it is just giving me the percentage related to that. Okay, 19%, 19.7%, 15.5%, 22.6%, 23%, like that. And I believe if you calculate all these things, it should come around 100%, because that is on 100%. It's a pie, right? We are telling, okay, from that circle, I want to divide it 2 different percentage. The overall, if you add it, it will come 100%. Similarly, we have something called KD plot, guys. So this is how we can draw a KD plot. KD plot means here, this is very helpful to know which has the maximum density, or KD kernel density plot, right? So here from this plot, I am able to know, okay, the maximum data point is present in my data set is at almost 20, right? You can see 20 or 23, it is coming this line, this particular area, correct? So these are the things, guys, we understood, like these are our basic plots. And next we will understand matplotlib and seaborn, and those are very exaggerated plotting methods. And those we are going to use very frequently in our data sets when we'll try, like when we'll go ahead with machine learning. Even I am going to cover pandas, complete 2 or 3 classes for, or 2 or 3 videos for, like I am going to take one complete large data set, and I am going to explain you how to approach from end to end. Because after that, it is just one step. towards machine learning, right? So these are your basics you have to understand. Okay. So yeah, we are closing for this data visualization. We will understand further topics in our upcoming videos. Thank you. Well, that would be all. We will cover further topics in our upcoming videos. Till that time, see you. Bye. Take care. Please start subscribing, like, share your comments, share your valuable feedback. Those are really important to me. Yeah. And thank you. See you. Bye.